Premier League Matchday Week 27 is upon us, so let's do some predictions for the games that are coming up. I'm going to show you the results that I predict for Saturday, Sunday and Monday. You know how a prediction video works, but anyway, let's get in the top left. I've decided to go for Aston Villa to beat Leeds United 2-1, which is a 3 PM kickoff. Leeds United have been solid recently, but I think Villa might just do them, and a little bit too good for them at the moment. And the next one, Brentford versus Brighton. Brighton still searching for a Premier League win since last time, which I believe was about 7 games ago, since they beat Burnley 1-0 in the league. So yeah, I'm going to continue that trend, and the game's going to end 0-0. Between Chelsea and Burnley. Burnley picked up an amazing win against Crystal Palace, but Chelsea have been in fine form of late, and I predict them to move away comfortably with a 3-0 victory against Burnley. And then for West Ham versus Bournemouth, another interesting one. West Ham are desperate to try and stay up this season. They take on Bournemouth, who've been in a little bit better run lately, Bournemouth, than what they have been. But I still predict West Ham to potentially do them in a bit of a shock result, maybe. However, for Bournemouth, there's been a player which has been lighting up the Premier League recently, Rayan, who is a young, exciting Brazilian winger. But I think Nuno Espirito Santos' men will go on a decent run in their bid to try and stay in the division. And then Manchester City versus Newcastle. How big of a game this is for Man City. There is no understanding how big of a fixture this is. Man City could close the gap on Arsenal after Arsenal dropping points to Wolverhampton Wanderers in a 2-2 draw. But I've gone with City to capitalise on that, and I've predicted them to win 3-1 against Eddie Howe's men. Now, let's head in to the next game fixtures, which are on the Saturday. Sunday. Sunday's Premier League fixtures. First one, we got Crystal Palace versus Wolves at 2 PM kickoff. Jurgen Strand Larsen has been in form recently with Crystal Palace. He's been really good of late, getting 2 goals in his first home debut for the club in a 3-2 loss, however, to Burnley. Palace been so inconsistent since Oliver Glasner and since Mark Gahey's really left the club. They were doing so well at the beginning of the campaign, but have really fallen off. Wolves picking up a vital 2-2 draw away from home, but Palace have a pretty solid record against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and I predict Palace to run away as 3-1 victors, as Wolverhampton Wanderers are actually in a bid not just to stay up, to beat Derby's points record at the moment. But after that point against Arsenal, could that potentially build some confidence? Now, next one, a tough game. Vitor Pereira is going to have his first game as manager with Nottingham Forest as Forest take on Liverpool, current Premier League champions. This could be a really interesting affair, so I've gone with a narrow 2-1 victory to Liverpool. Liverpool might be a little bit stunned to see how Vitor Pereira might line up with Nottingham Forest, obviously since the departure of Sean Dyche. How would they line up? What would their system be? Are they going to go defensive and try and hit them on the counter? Are they going to go for Liverpool straight in the get-go? This could be a really intriguing match. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if Nottingham Forest get at least a point or even a win, to be honest, because Liverpool are so shaky lately. But I do predict Liverpool just have the edge in quality to win that match. And the next one, Sunderland versus Fulham. Only one place separates these two in the Premier League table. Sunderland, I believe, are 9th and Fulham are 10th or something like that. They're mid-table. So, yeah, I think 2 points separated. So, honestly, it's going to have a game that's not going to have much in it. Sunderland haven't been blessed with fitness this season. A lot of players have been injured. But, yeah, I predict a 0-0 draw for Sunderland versus Fulham. And then the next one, Spurs versus Arsenal. This could be a really intriguing match. Igor Tudor's first game as Spurs manager. He will be up for it. Arsenal haven't won in their last 2 Premier League matches after a draw to Brentford and obviously a draw to Wolves. This is a big match for Arsenal, and again, you feel like after drawing their previous 2 games, a win is needed, and I predicted them to just edge it in terms of their quality. I feel like the players are going to be up for it, but honestly, again, new manager bound for Spurs wouldn't surprise me if they get a result. That is a 4:30 PM kickoff. Now let's head into the final game of the match week. Everton versus Manchester United. Carrick still unbeaten as Manchester United manager. However, I predict that to come to an end under David Moyes, the former Manchester United manager. I don't know why. I've just got a gut feeling. I had it for West Ham United. I had a feeling United would not beat West Ham. And I have a feeling here in my gut that United won't beat Everton. Honestly, feel free to comment and call me a fool. But I don't know. You just have that gut feeling. That's kind of what I got at the moment. I think Everton could do Manchester United. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments on these Premier League predictions. Do you agree? Do you disagree? But anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. Have a fantastic day. Take care. And yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Legends.